PBD gets in a heated debate with a liberal. His name is David Pacman, and they debate Trump, and it gets crazy. Thank you so much for watching Bring the Asteroid. Make sure you like today's video, subscribe to the channel, and we'll get right into it.
Those groups align policy motivations for any of those groups align with ours.
Somebody may say there's a lot of people that showed up for Obama just because he was black.
Sure, they can say that. I don't know. I mean, I don't know.
But what do you mean? True? You don't think it's true?
Of course, in a country of 330 million people, there are going to be some.
No, but you said you don't know if it's true. It's like, what do you mean you don't know if it's true? I don't know how many. You don't have any data? You want to get data to say people showed up that they just because they're black?
There's exit polling on most of these issues. We might be able to find it right now. You know.
No, it's you know.
I think it's fair to say people voted for him because he was a cool black
I cannot even tell you how many people. I knew Republicans who were voting for Obama in the insurance industry just because, like, listen, man, first time this guy talks like MLK. You know, he sounds reasonable. I'm going to vote for the guy. There's a lot of people that came out with him. So somebody may say, well, you know, the reason why Obama got elected because he's got the three difficult things when he talks to the Democrat, but the fourth thing is he was black.
Okay.
And are you going to say what?
I would say, yeah, I'm sure that there's a portion of people who vote based on that.
So you're saying the DNA of a Trump MAGA voter who looks past policies. So you're saying on the three policies he didn't check off, the three policies here, the 3 points. You're saying that.
I'm saying he didn't build the wall, or I'm not.
No, so let me take a step back with you.
Please.
So I'm asking a question, and I said, so tell me if you're saying he's going to get reelected without COVID. You're saying he would have gotten reelected.
I think he would have.
Perfect. And then you said your words. You said something in the context of, you know, because I think the MAGA voter is not about policies. That's what you said.
A lot of that fourth group, yes, is not about overarching accomplishments, or like I'll give you an example of what I'm talking about, and maybe it'll help to distill it. I got a call at some point during the first term of Trump from a guy who said, I'm voting for this guy. This guy is just the best. And I said, oh, okay. What do you care about? How are you evaluating his performance to decide if you're going to vote for him in 2020? Like, how do you, I'm curious, how do you decide? He said, well, I care about the wall. So he's got to build that wall. And I said, perfect. If he doesn't build the wall, are you still going to vote for him? And he says, well, yeah, I'm not going to vote for a Democrat. So I said, oh, so it doesn't actually matter if he builds the wall.
The same with you as well, though. There's no way you're voting for a Republican either. Would you vote for a Republican?
Sure. Yeah. If I
have you ever voted for a Republican president?
No, I mean, I've only voted in a few elections.
Yeah,
but hold on a second.
But you're 40 years old. You're 1984, so
I'm 38. Please.
84, 38 years old. 38 is still, you've had plenty of elections.
Let's back up for a second. There's two questions. Would I and have I? I've only voted in a few presidential elections.
You've had plenty of chances.
Well, but who would I have voted for? I was going to vote for George W. Bush in 2004. No. But
it doesn't matter. The point is, when you're calling that guy out, you're the same as that guy.
No, I'm not.
Okay, so tell me a Republican you'd vote for.
I think you're missing the picture. I think
what is it, though?
The point is, he made a claim that he was going to make a vote depending on policy. And when I then said, so if the policy fails, you'll vote for someone else? And he said, no, actually, the policy doesn't matter. Mm-hmm. That's the difference. I'm not making that claim.
Yeah.
Okay. It's a completely different thing.
I mean, the same can be said. To take one example of a story of a person who sounds like an idiot, to say that and then categorize everybody in Trump is selective hearing. To say
that's not what I'm doing.
That's selective for you. Well, you are kind of doing that. You're saying here's a Republican voter who you ask, why are you thinking about voting for Trump? Oh, because he's building the wall. Then you said, if he doesn't build the wall, well, I would never vote for a Democrat. Well, do you care if the wall never gets built? No, I don't care. I'm going to vote for him anyways. Well, that doesn't sound like a reasonable voter to me, though.
That's right. He's not a reasonable voter.
Well, the reasonable voters to me was also, if you were to ask the average person who voted for Biden,
sure,
they didn't vote for Biden.
Okay.
They voted against Trump.
Okay.
Do you disagree?
I'd have to look at exit polls. Is that true?
So is that where you go to?
Something like that.
For a guy who, if this is your space, what's your podcast about?
What is it about?
What's your show about?
News and politics.
You should know this stuff. You're the expert. I brought you here.
I just don't remember that offhand. Let's find it right now.
But this is your world. Like, if you ask me.
He doesn't know these things offhand? What?
questions on business, I'm going to say, let me give you my feedback on what I think about business.
Yeah.
You invite me on your podcast, and hey, Pat, I want to talk about business.
Let's do that.
I have no problem with it to do that part. But what I'm saying to you is, if you're coming here saying what you're saying,
sure,
and then I ask you a simple question of, so the same thing can be said about people that voted for Biden. Yeah, I'm going to vote for anybody. Dude, nobody would show up when Biden would speak. Did you not see his tour when he was going campaigning?
Patrick, you're not really doing this, are you? You're doing this?
I'm actually curious where you're going to go now.
Biden wasn't even doing events where, this is the Biden one from the basement thing.
Yeah.
I have a counter to this entire, and I want to just be really clear. I don't really care about defending Biden in any particular sense. I just think he was the better option than Trump. I feel like I'm being framed as this Biden lover who's going to defend everything Biden
I'm not
did.
doing that. You may be thinking I'm not doing that to you. What I'm asking,
what I want to say about this is,
can you pull up Biden's rallies when he was running for president? Go ahead. Let's see the pictures. But go ahead.
Biden didn't do a campaign the way Trump did it. And the funniest thing to me about
neither has anybody done it like the way Biden's done it. He hid.
But hold the guys.
This was during COVID, though.
Yes. Let's back up for a second.
Look how beautiful that is.
Well,
these are
because
COVID
Of course, you see defending Biden saying, well, that was during COVID, but I'm pretty sure long after COVID, you barely saw Biden anywhere.
COVID.
Oh, stop
Patrick,
it. You got to be
kidding me.
Can
I tell you something? This is really
You're telling me.
You seem silly when you do this.
Here's what I'm willing to do. What I'm willing to do.
Please.
I'm willing to give him $1 million of my own money right now to go try to fill up an arena.
For what? What's the point?
Oh, no.
To show that nobody is inspired by this guy.
This is so silly.
No, but what's silly is for you to assume people voted for Biden. They voted against Trump, is what they did.
Many did, yeah, sure.
Yeah, but what you just said.
I said I don't know what the percentage is. All I'm saying is I don't know the percentage.
But it's your world, though. This is like if you're gonna sit here and talk about how bad the Trump voter is, and let me tell you, these people, all they care about is his personality for it, outside of the taxes and all this other stuff. And then I ask you a question, and I say, so why did people vote for Biden? Many of them voted because they just didn't want Trump. Yeah, I don't know the numbers on that. You should know those numbers.
What? I don't.
Yeah, like imagine your entire campaign and the reason why people voted for you was that they hated the other option so much. Talk about uninspirational.
I just don't know that offhand. I mean, we can look it up. Why do I need to memorize?
Can I make a quick point?
Can I just get? There's just one thing I want to say here.
Yeah,
go ahead.
This entire Biden hid stuff. It's such a
hid
in his basement.
Yeah.
Because when you talk about
he did though. He hid a lot of times. But
can I get a statement now? Okay. If I were on the right, I would stop saying that because it's embarrassing to Trump that he lost to a guy who hid in his basement.
It's not.
That's the crazy thing.
Your president, your guy, Joe Biden, is the greatest hide and go seek champion of all time.
Wait, hold on a sec. He's not your president?
He's my president.
Oh, okay. He's our president.
But he's your guy. He's the guy you're defending. You're defending him right now to say
only that he's better than Trump because you're making me do this.
The only reason that there's no way even the liberals today are not saying he's better than Trump in executing or taking action or doing anything.
Let's find that.
The only credit. Well, at this point, you've lost credibility to talk about.
Yeah, I mean, Patrick's exactly right. And even if you don't love Biden, you still have to be crazy to prefer Biden over Trump. I'm sorry. I mean, look at the country after 4 years of Biden versus 4 years of Trump. Let's be real. Trump's not perfect, obviously, but you are running completely on emotions if you say Biden's better than Trump. But hope you enjoyed today's video. I'll see you next time.